For the first leg of my journey, I'm leaving behind Berlin for Bad Essen in the German countryside. Once a world leader in industry and innovation, when it comes to digitalization, Germany is lagging far behind.
Despite the impending arrival of 5G network technology here in Germany, in some parts of the country, especially in the countryside, people are still dreaming of 3G networks and a reliable internet connection. But let's not forget, it wasn't so long ago that the German Chancellor Angela Merkel herself was describing the internet as new territory.
Agriculture is just one industry feeling the effects of Germany's digital shortcomings, like here in Bad Essen, where network dead zones are a common occurrence for farmers like Olaf Sprick. By using GPS signals, this tractor has the capacity to drive itself autonomously and cover the exact same route in the exact same tracks taken on previous days.
This value here shows how good reception is. You have to imagine it's like when you get LTE, 3G or E on your phone. The higher these numbers become, the worse the reception gets. Right now, as we stand, we can work with 1 centimeter accuracy.
But when the signal fails, things go a little off plan and the tractor's wheels veer off course, which means wasted resources and expenditure for farmers.
What's most important here for these farmers is precision and making sure that they can farm with exact signals and making sure that these signals are even available in the first place so that they can work more precisely and efficiently to make sure that they don't waste any use of the land.
Farm owner Bernhard Freiherr von Weichs is holding the German government to its pledge of nationwide high-speed internet by 2025 and 5G mobile internet.
Die Politik muss diese Standards flächendeckend herstellen.
Politicians must establish these standards across the board. Network operators who can provide 5G standards must be obliged to make this internet connection available not only in the densely populated high-revenue regions, but also in the countryside, where the turnover is low.
Internetverbindung bestmöglich herzustellen.
The German government has now promised plenty of measures to at least get Germany on the way when it comes to digitalisation. But now the question is whether those measures can really be implemented in time to make sure that Germany has any chance at all of becoming a digital tech giant.
Well, Kate Brady, you saw her there. She's now with us here in the studio to talk a little bit more about this. And Kate, you know, we just have to tell our viewers that a couple of months ago, Germany's research minister said the following: 5G is not necessarily at every milk can. It turns out, though, that the people in those areas, they really took that quite differently than perhaps it was intended. Fill us in.
Yeah, they really are frustrated, and the two guys I spoke to there in the report that you've just seen actually quoted Germany's research minister themselves as well, and this is something that really struck them. And I think there is still quite a blasé attitude, not only from some politicians but also from some other Germans in different parts of Germany who aren't experiencing this lack of network every day. Of course, this report here that I followed was actually just focusing on agriculture, but also this affects their entire lives. What about when an emergency doctor doesn't have a signal on their phone so that they can't take an emergency call, for example? So this really gets into every part of their everyday lives, especially in rural Germany.
And it's just one of the many issues, actually, that is concerning Germans right now. We know that you're actually doing a series on that particular topic. So what else is on the agenda?
Exactly. They'll be running every day this week. So we saw digitalisation today. Tomorrow we've got Germany's housing crisis, demographic change, the fact that Germany is becoming older and that's affecting the workforce especially, and then also climate change to end that series.
How concerned do voters seem about these issues, and especially in these towns that you visited? I mean, you visited a lot of small towns in the country, didn't you?
Exactly, and it was not only issues that are in the countryside, but these are issues that are concerning all of Germany. And I think that's what's quite unique about these issues, that it isn't something that's individual to just one specific group of people or one specific place. You know, even we're here in the German capital, in Berlin, and even here, if we take the example of network coverage today, you know, you can be in the centre of the German capital and not have any internet connection, not have any phone connection. And this is something that you hear from voters when you ask if they're concerned. They are concerned because they keep hearing these promises from politicians, and now they want to see some action taken, though. And of course, we could see the repercussions of that playing out later this year. We have some really important state elections coming up in Germany as well. And Germans really are becoming frustrated, especially at the government that we currently have here, the grand coalition between the Conservatives and the Social Democrats. And these really are issues that are going to shape Germany's future.
OK, so a lot to look forward to. Kate Brady, thank you so much.